I wanted to have a go at recording a video. I'm a bit of a novice at it, but let's have a go. I was talking to my old dad on the phone this week and asking if he remembered a time like this throughout his long life. And he said that it reminded him of the time when war was declared. He would have been 13 at the time. And he remembered the fear, the panic buying, and that's what it made him think of. But he couldn't remember another time like it. I'm not sure there has been a time in, all the history that I'm aware of, where church services were closed or cancelled as they are at the moment. But I do believe that the decisions that have been made by the government are the right ones. We are faced with a very contagious disease, and we need to take dramatic steps to halt its progress and spread. So how do we respond to that? Where are we left? Well, let me take you back to last Sunday, and if you were in church at the 10 o'clock service, you'll remember that Pete spoke very powerfully and sensitively in I thought, a lovely service, speaking about Jesus' encounter with the woman at the well while Jesus was walking through Samaria. And it was very much an encounter of vulnerability. Pete suggested that Jesus was just too weak to go into the village and get food, so the disciples had done that and had left him by the well when this woman comes up. Now, he would have known that she was coming in the heat of the day because she had been rejected by her neighbours in the village. They had deemed her unfit for their company, so she wasn't allowed to be there. She came in vulnerability. And Jesus, in vulnerability, asks her for a drink, breaking the sort of protocol rules of the time between Jews and Samaritans. And in that vulnerability, in that place of vulnerability, wonderful transformation takes place. So, if you're feeling vulnerable, and I guess you will be, frightened, fearful, worried, concerned about friends and neighbours and loved ones, maybe you're feeling angry that you've been told not to do things that you want to do. It is very difficult, unprecedented really. But embrace your vulnerability, because vulnerability, as I keep learning, is very important to God. And I think God takes us to places of vulnerability where we can learn deeply from him. Because Jesus came to us to express God's love in vulnerability. If you're in church, a week or so ago, I showed a picture on the screen of a newborn baby. And that's how Jesus started off his life, as a newborn baby, completely vulnerable. God came to reveal his love, to demonstrate his love to us in vulnerability. And as we make ourselves vulnerable to God, so we experience and know more deeply of his love for us. So don't fight against it. Accept the vulnerability. Trust God. Trust yourself to God. And keep on praying. On Sunday, there's a day of prayer, particularly at 7 o'clock, where I'm invited to light a candle and put it in a window, carefully, making sure it's not near any curtains that might catch light, but as a sign of God's light in the darkness. Jesus came as a light shining in the darkness, a darkness that a light the darkness could not overcome. Hold on to your faith. Hold on to your practices of prayer and Bible reading or whatever, and use the resources. If you're seeing this, then you should have received resources and things for us to keep connected with God. It's a learning experience for us all. It's been, just like for you, scary for me. A completely different situation we're now in. Putting up signs to say that the church is not open for worship anymore. Doesn't feel good at all to me. But that is the situation. I understand the need. We must go along with this. But find God in this experience. Know that God is here for us. Find him in your vulnerability. And put your trust in him. For Jesus' sake. Amen. And I hope that, I'll maybe do more of these, I don't know. See how it goes. See what you want. Let me know what you want. Would you like a little service videoed? Would you like a communion service videoed? I don't know. Let's just be creative and think how we can sustain each other and be sustained in our faith. Thanks very much. Bye.